One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay filling. One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay filling. It's BV. It's BV. BV. It's BV.
Yeah.
It's BV. It's BV.
BV.
It's BV.
BV.
It's BV.
It's BV and Jellified, Jimmy Beam and Bly, reaching highest where we reach, yo, as high as to the stars. Beats in the villain Jeep, vibrating other cars. Whose world is this? Yo, we say the world is ours. So we grow beards, no fear, photos so clear. Take another shot, so to speak, yeah, more beer. BV worldwide, put a fist to the sky. Cheers, cheers, new year's, dope rhyme, good vibes. My crew speaks power, Chi-Town bleeds power. Knowledge, wisdom, and truth in the final hour. Respect, loyalty, family, charity speaks power. Here the village brotherhood speaks honor. Forwards and onwards, stay villain to the end. I will never shave again because my beard is not a trend. I represent excellence, leadership, and never follow. I'm a BBC member, yo, lieutenant of Chicago.
One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay filling. One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay filling. It's BV. 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 Yo, all I see.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 97 of The Heart of a Villain, the podcast and live stream devoted to the bearded villains' worldwide brotherhood and the lives they are changing all over the world. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men of all ages, whatever you want to call yourselves, 97. This marks 2 episodes this week. And you can probably imagine that it was a little bit of a struggle for me to come up with extra topics so closely together. But as luck would have it, the Bearded Villains Worldwide Brotherhood celebrates 7 years this weekend. So we are going to be talking all about 7 years of BV. I'm going to invite all of you who are watching live right now to call me online, and I will bring you in because I'm curious. I want to find out, what is it? What is it about the Bearded Villains Brotherhood that you absolutely love? I want to hear from you guys in just a few minutes. So I will tell you when it's time, when you can start to go ahead and call in, and hopefully we'll get some audience participation today. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about what I love from it. So we'll go with that. But hello and welcome, guys. This is episode 97 again. Thank you guys so much for being here. If this is your first time here, I got to say, like and subscribe. Make sure you get subscribed onto the podcast page so that you get all the alerts. We are on 97 right now. We're kicking off 100 in just a few weeks. We're coming down to 100. Some fun stuff, party stuff, maybe some contests, who knows what planned for episode 100. So stay tuned for that. Also want to say a big shout out to our hosts from the worldwide, international, awesome meet that we just had last week. It was truly worldwide. It was awesome. But I want to give another shout out to those boys down in Miami. And I had to pimp out their merch today. I couldn't think of a better shirt for me to wear today on the weekend that is, excuse me, a little tickle in my throat there, on the weekend that is the 7 years of BV, but to celebrate also individuality, individual chapters, to celebrate the guys, the brotherhood, the people behind the brotherhood that make us who we are. We'll get into that in just a few minutes. But again, shout out to Miami for such a great meet that we had this past week. People are still on high from it, man. People are still on a high from it. So we're gonna cherish those moments as long as we can. So while I'm here real quick, I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to merch types things like we always do. Get the business part of things out of the way while people are trying to figure out how to contact me so that they can come in and call in for the show here. But if this is your first time again here, you can find all previous episodes of the podcast at theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. That's all 96 other episodes. You can also find the store where there's merch, fun stuff, and all that good stuff in there as well. So that's theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. All right, real quick, as of earlier this week, all of these items were still available. I think they are as well right now. The Unicorn Squad collaboration with New York Upstate and LA Originals. I believe this is still active. Charity shirt for the Padre Foundation along with a patch. Very cool stuff. Hit them up. It's at unicornsquad.bigcartel.com if they're still available there. Also, Bearded Villains Orlando Kaylin's patch for $10 goes to Kaylin's family for her medical issues that she's got going as she continues to thrive moving forward. Do not forget and do not sleep on the 2 patches for this month. These are patches number 5 and 6 being sold for the huge collaboration of puzzle pieces for the autism outreach. Each individual chapter has their own autism agency or organization they're raising money for, and each individual chapter has a patch puzzle piece, and these all fit together in the end to create something very, very cool. So this month, again, $9 plus shipping, Bearded Villains Northern Virginia patch, available at bvnova.bigcartel.com, and then also the Oregon patch, beardedvillainsOregon.bigcartel.com. Same price all the way across the board for every one of these patches. Do not miss out because, as I said, once they're gone, they're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. So please do not be one of those guys that gets caught with your pants down and you're missing out on it. So, all right, guys. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I did not get it uploaded, but the Rocket City Boys are starting to churn out some more merch. Rocket City has a challenge coin that is available right now. Very cool stuff. And so get out to search for the Rocket City chapter on IG because they have this really cool challenge coin that has logo and X Factor and all the good stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Our chapters are blowing it up, man. Our chapters are blowing it up. So we don't want to miss out on that. And then lastly, that I've got right now anyway, BVPA South, the glow set. Today, by my calculations, is the 20th. That means tomorrow is the 21st, and that's the last day for the pre-sale. Pre-sale ends the 21st. BVPA glow set, South glow set, And yeah, a black patch, a white patch, they both glow in the dark. How cool is that? For the mental health, they're raising money for the Mental Health America of Lancaster County. Cool stuff, guys. Very cool idea. So that is that right now where we're at as far as the merch stuff goes. There are, there are some other merch things out there that inevitably I am going to miss. So I do apologize on that. But yeah. So give me just a second here, boys, because I've got a message coming in and I need to make sure that I am doing what I need to do. Okay, so one of the things, guys, that I need to take, one thing I need to take a couple minutes out for here is I need to address a loss. Once again, I hate to do this. I mean, I hate to talk about it, but it's needed. Excuse me. Thought I had to sneeze there. Guys, our Blackshire family lost a brother this week. And I want to address that, and I want to honor him for a second. Havoc, as everybody knows him, he was struggling with some health issues, and it got worse and worse. And things took a turn drastically for him, it sounds like about 2 months ago. And although I did not know him personally, again, this brotherhood is so tightly knit, and this brotherhood is family. And so when one part of our family is suffering, when one part of our family has a loss, we all feel it. So I want to take a second here and pay homage to him with a moment of silence within the podcast here for Adam Havoc Banks from Blackshire. He will never be forgotten by this brotherhood. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, guys, I hate to. It's necessary. It's necessary. We don't like to talk about that. We don't like to address situations like that. But this brotherhood is family, absolutely. And when like I said, when we feel loss, when one of us feels loss, it hurts everybody. And it's been really refreshing, I think, to see all of the different flag posts, all of the support that the Blackshire boys have been getting. Everybody that did know him, everybody's been sharing some great memories. Everybody's been sharing the pictures, the Flag Friday posts for him, and so that just warms the heart, and something I really like to see. So Adam, rest easy, buddy, and we will see you again. All right, guys. I want to you know what we are in episode 97, but the cool thing about episode 97 being is that it is also the 7-year anniversary. 7-year anniversary of BV. And the Bearded Villains, as many of you know, started under completely different circumstances of what the club is today. And one day, ask somebody who knows. If you don't know the story behind its origin, the origin story, it's kind of like, it's almost like one of the, the Star Wars sequels, the where you have the first set of stories, then you have the second set of stories and the third set of stories. It's evolved over time. And so your original saga was the beginning of BV and how it began and what its emphasis used to be. That emphasis is changed completely. Now, how has that emphasis changed? It's changed from purely social media driven, purely social media hyped, purely social media based Brotherhood of Bearded Men to today, the brothers that have grown this brotherhood have made it a completely different and amazing thing over the years. Now we have a tightly knit brotherhood who shares in gatherings together, shares in family time, shares in closeness, shares in immense charity givings. And it's so cool to see the continual growth of this brotherhood. You know, a lot of people say things like, if you're not moving forward, you're just kind of staying stagnant. But this brotherhood has continuously, over the years, at least that I've been a part of it, and it only makes sense that it had to, in the years prior to that, continued to grow and continued to push forward. And that's one of the coolest things about this, is that as time goes on, as new members come in, the old members show them the way, and they take from that and push forward, and they make it better each year. This brotherhood is absolutely amazing because of the men behind it, because of the men that push forward, because of the leaders that are a part of this brotherhood. And it's just so refreshing to see. While I'm talking, if anybody wants to call in now, please do so, because I want to hear from you about what your favorite part of BV is, as we talk about celebrating 7 years of Bearded Villains, what it is that really, really pushes you forward and really drives you and really inspires you. What is it about BV? So while I wait for that, I will play you this. If you are looking for an all-natural beard oil that will not only tame your beard and coarse hairs, but make your beard soft and smell amazing, check out Pulpo Beard Oils. Veteran-owned and made for today's beards, Pulpo beard products combine the best beard ingredients on the market with incredible customer service to ensure your happiness. Whether you need beard wash, beard oil, beard balm, or some fun clothing, Pulpo is the place to go. Feel fresh, feel savage, feel confident with Pulpo Beard Oils. Go to Pulpo Beard Oils, that's Pulpo beardoils.com, and use the code The Heart of a Villain for a discount on your order. Okay, guys, so here we are at this awkward stage because I really wanted our guys to chime in. I wanted our guys to pipe in and tell me, because you guys hear from me all the time. You guys are constantly hearing from me about the parts of BV that I love. And it can be broken down into so many different areas. It can be broken down into the pillars that we talk about. We can talk about the respect. We can talk about the family. We can talk about the charity. We can talk about the brotherhood. We can talk about the gatherings and the meetups. The things that bring us closer. The things that give us that tangible, that face-to-face, the personal contact. We are so much more than the social media aspect of what this is. I've got a share from one of our brothers here online, Mr. Dave Ramsey. I tell my guys we give them an opportunity to do something amazing, but it's up to them to make it what they make of it. If you don't travel and support your brothers, you're missing out on what we are all about. Wow. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. If you don't travel and support your brothers, you're missing out on what we are all about. And we have so many opportunities still this year. We have so many opportunities still this year to get together. And it doesn't have to be a huge meetup. You can just travel to another chapter locally, somewhere nearby. Take those couple of hours, drive a couple hours to see a local chapter. It doesn't have to be a plane ride. But there are so many, I know that there are so many here in the States, and there's still a handful of events coming up in other parts of the world where chapters are getting out there, hosting an event. Support your brothers, guys. The simple act of attending somebody else's event, it can change your mood for days, weeks, and months. It can light a fire under you, the likes of which you don't even know if you've never been to one before. If all you know about the Bearded Villains is the tiny little world you live in the social media way, you're missing out. If this right here, that little phone that you hold, or that computer you look at, or the tablet you mess with, if that's what you know BV to be, buddy, I'm telling you, you're missing out. You don't get it. You just don't get it. There's so much more out there. The connections, the brotherhood, the family that we have in this community. Just 3 days ago, episode 96, go back and listen to it. Go back and listen to the guys that we had on the show, the two guys that we brought in that said that it was the Miami meet was their first big meet. Listen to them tell you how they were welcomed. Listen to them tell you how, even though they're back home into their normal lives again, they still feel excitement and anticipation to want to do more, to be better, and to help their communities out in ways that they didn't feel just a few days beforehand. Guys, if you are only in this brotherhood to take pictures of a beard and post them online, I'm begging you, find a different club. Find a different club. There's other ones out there that are great for that. There are other clubs out there that you can join that specialize truly in just taking pictures and selling beard products. They're out there. You can find them, and it's not hard to look for them. And they have they will have what they consider to be a loosely knit brotherhood. But what we have as Bearded Villains is completely different. It's special. And if you can't see that, if you can't feel it, if you can't get beyond that little 5.5-inch screen that you hold in your hand like it's a lifeline, if you can't get beyond that to see the amazing things and the amazing people, the brothers, the lives that you can touch, and that if you can't see that your own life will be enhanced by knowing these men personally, not just online, by knowing them personally, shaking their hand, spending time with them, they will do that for you in spades. It's there. You just have to accept it. You have to want it. You get, what do they always say? You get out of it what you put into it, right? But you've got to want it. And if you aren't willing to make that effort, just find somewhere else. Find somewhere else. Mr. Ramsey, you can do a voice call if you'd like. Just call me up on line if you would like to. And I will bring you in, sir. While we're waiting for anybody that wants to call in, all right, I think we've got somebody calling in here. Let's see if we can bring him into the show. Mr. Ramsey, are you there?
Yes, sir.
He is. Buddy, we're on the topic, man. It's 7 years. I know you told us, you saved us a little bit with some good advice there. What else you got for us?
Nothing good.
Well, I think it's.
I think.
Let me just.
All the new guys. Go ahead.
No, let me just preface this with your chapter has done such a great job over the last couple of years, traveling to recognizing the importance of supporting other chapters, and I know that that's not something that just happens. I know that has something to do with the leadership. So I've got to give you a shout out for that. But your chapter it's not a matter of you're the guys of Smoky Mountain going to all the way over to the East Coast or the West Coast. It's supporting where you can, when you can, and being in the Midwest area myself, it's rare, extremely rare, that I go to any kind of multi-chapter event that there is not somebody from your chapter there. And I think that's awesome. A lot.
Well, we've told them, to get support, you got to give support. If you go out and you support these other chapters, and they're going to come and support you when you need them. Yeah. And if you're not getting out and meeting your brothers, like you said, what's the point of being here?
Right.
You can do your Instagram thing without being a part of BV.
Exactly.
You don't have to have the club behind you to do that. And I think there's a lot of emphasis put on Instagram when it's really pointless. Really, as far as the chapter, your line app is where you get to know your brothers that you don't see all the time. You're not going to see me post on IG that something aggravating happened today. Most times, the guys that are in my chapter that I talk to them in the chapter chats are the ones that are going to know that.
Right. Yeah.
You don't get to know your brothers from what their happy moments they post on IG.
Very true. Very true. And what you notice is the guys that have been around BV for a while, they post less and less of the frivolous stuff that comes around in life. They don't post every little thing like they do, like you did in the beginning, because you think you have to. And I understand where that is important at the beginning, but to create such an emphasis on it continuously for the people that have been around for a while, it's you see very quickly where that shift happens, and that the people, as they've been around for a little bit of time, they recognize it's the personal relationships, it's the one-on-one, it's the handshakes, it's the hugs, it's being around your brothers and getting personal with them that makes things what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Look at me. Heck, I'd met Puzzle twice before I moved him into my house, got him a job. That's what you do. We're family. That's what you do for your family. you can't just don't talk about it, be about it. If you want to help really make a difference, just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I want to take a chance here to share a comment here that Nick shared online here. He said, I told my kids they had all these new uncles. They took it to heart. My 3-year-old wants to hug anyone in a BV shirt. That's family. It's the way it is.
And you know, my kids are the same way.
Yes.
90% of the things I go to, the kids go to.
Yes.
I want them to see that in this screwed up world, there's still some people that want to do good and are trying to do good. And I mean, the things that we do when we get together is freaking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Outside of I think that's what's most impressive about Bearded Villains for people to look at from the outside looking in, is that yes, it looks like a brotherhood and that's all fine and well, but they'll never, until you're involved in it and until you take full advantage of it, you won't understand truly what the brotherhood is. But you might see the charity aspect of it because of all the hard work that's done behind the scenes by the different chapters working to change lives in other ways. But until you're a part of it, it's, you know, I've actually heard several people that have told me in the last 2 years that I've been doing the podcast, they wanted to be a part of Bearded Villains because they saw the charity aspect. They liked the service part, but they were surprised, blown away, and they had no idea how important the brotherhood aspect of it was going to be to them once they got in. They didn't realize it. So that to me says a lot.
It's definitely a different breed of man to be I mean, anybody can be a bearded villain if you can grow a beard, but I mean, it's a different breed of man that takes advantage of it and truly, I guess, gets out of it what you could. Because I mean, if you, like you said, if you don't put in the effort, it's just a waste. I mean, you're just wasting everyone's time.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, that's the first time I've ever uttered those words that I know of on this podcast or any place else. But it was right to say, if this is if all you're in here for, if all you want to be a part of the Bearded Villains for is to take pictures and share and say you're a bearded villain, find another club.
Yeah.
You're doing a disservice to yourself and to the brothers that want to be a part of something bigger. And there are clubs out there that are perfect for somebody like that. If all you want to do is take pictures and do social media, there's other clubs out there. But BV has become so much more than that, and that's the best part of it as time goes on.
Yeah, I think we've really outgrown Paul Knox's expectations of what it was going to be.
Oh yeah, completely.
I believe he expected it to stay just a social media club, and that be the extent of it. I mean, heck, we're out doing stuff now.
Yeah. I mean, in major ways, you know.
Yeah.
I started doing some math, and like I said, I've only been doing the podcast here for coming up on 2 years, right around 2 years now, and coming up on 100 episodes. And I started kind of going back through all the different episodes where I talked about the different chapters and their charity events. And we are well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars raised by Bearded Villain chapters around the world just in the last 2 years.
Well, since we took over from our former captain, we've donated as a chapter, I believe, just over $50,000 in the past 19 months.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's one chapter.
Yeah.
Now, granted, not every chapter's been able to do that, but it's amazing. It's amazing to think back and realize we're probably, I think it would be a conservative estimate to say that we're pushing between $500,000 and $1 million donated in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Worldwide. So The charity aspect is great if it brings people in, but like I said, it's really refreshing to hear guys say that that's why they came, but they stayed for the brotherhood.
Yeah.
So such a cool thing. Well, Dave, man, I appreciate you taking some time and being my first guinea pig to call it up and to call into the show.
I figured I'd give it a try.
Yeah. We miss you.
It's not as bad without a video.
You what?
It's not as bad without the video, I don't think.
No, you're less nervous without the video. That's true. That's very true. So anybody that's going to be asking, when are we going to see Dave again? Are you making any of the events the rest of the year that you can think of off the top of your head?
I'm not 100% sure yet because we're still waiting on all the stuff with whole seizure and everything. See what medical bills and stuff are going to be like.
Gotcha. Completely. Yeah.
Before we commit to everything.
Okay.
Of course, I'd like to make everything, but
make sure he knows that he's still in our prayers, and we are thinking of him and praying for him.
Shoot, he's wide open, man. You'd never even know he ever had a seizure. That's crazy. He's just, it's like it hadn't even really affected him, and actually the medications actually kind of made him more himself. He's not, they thought at one time that he had ADHD because he would have, the neurologist believes they were, was it focal seizures, where he just kind of zone out for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, we don't catch ourselves being like, hey, buddy, come back here. You know?
Yeah, and that's what that,
He's
yeah.
actually more here.
Yep.
So it sucked, but it was a blessing too at the same time, you know?
If anybody knows, I'm telling you, I know that feeling. I'm there with you I was there for 10 years with you. So, and back again now. So, yeah, it's a scary situation, but,
Sure.
if you're able to get it under control, it does help ease the mind a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, Dave, I sure hope I get to see you here soon. But you gotta take care of the finances and the health of the family first, obviously. But if there's anything,
You know me, if I can drive and it's just gas. Worst case, I'll drive up and drive back. Most things.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we can find you a place to stay too. That's not a problem.
You got to remember, I'm the idiot that drove 24 hours and 48 hours to hang out for 12 hours when I went to see Scrappy in Fort Worth.
Yeah. I that still blows my mind that you did that, but hey, family, man, brotherhood, right?
Exactly.
That's what it's.
I don't want to be one of those to talk about it. I want to be about it. You know.
Absolutely. That's a perfect example right there. All right, Dave.
That was dumb.
Thanks. Yeah. But it's a good story now.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you,
All
man.
right. Have a good night. Thanks again.
See you.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you very much, Dave, for calling in. Yeah, if anybody else is live right now and wants to call in, it's just call on line audio, and I will bring you in. I just have to make sure that you are already a fan or a friend, and I can bring you in if you want to be a part of the show. We're talking 7 years of Bearded Villains and what it is, what parts, what's important, what means something to you. Looks like I've got somebody else calling in right now. Let's see if we can bring in buddy boy. Is this Mr. Sook calling in? I believe it is. How you doing? I'm
doing good. I'm 4 beers in, so you know I'm good.
Oh, you're way ahead of me. This could get interesting.
Yeah. If you weren't at the World Meet, where the fuck were you at?
Man, it was so cool, man. It was so good to see so many faces. Finally meet your crazy ass.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Not crazy. Just a little bit wild.
It was a good time though. It was a good time. So yeah, it was great. But man, hey, tell us, man. I mean, I know you're a big proponent. You're a huge proponent about these gatherings and meetups and flesh to flesh, gripping hands and hugs and be in person. That kind of stuff. It's you're not big on the super social media stuff, but
Just let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If I didn't kiss you and I didn't get to kiss you, I'm sorry. But I kiss a lot of brothers. You know what I'm saying? I love all my brothers. The meets are what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck gotchas. It's about meeting brothers, loving brothers, and just fucking out, have a good time. And then we all do our charity shit separately.
100. Yeah. We've got people chiming in, obviously live in the broadcast with the hashtag that we love so well. Puzzle's giving us the hashtag for us here. Gotta love that. Good to see it. Good to see it.
Puzzle, I love you, bro. Missed you in Miami. I love you. Can't wait to see you again.
Yeah. It's but yeah, you said it, man. It's the charity stuff is great and it's a part of what we are, but the brotherhood has grown so much, and the thing that makes it unique is truly that brotherhood. It's the point of contact. It's seeing each other, being able to know each other.
I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna surprise you right now. The brotherhood has grown exponentially above and beyond the vision of the president.
Yep. I believe you're the second person to say that tonight.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We've been around 7 years. I've been around 6. I've seen it grow. I just want it to grow more, and for good things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. I completely agree. And
I representing the 305 boys. I'm a Miami boy. I was born and raised down there. Well, I wasn't born down there, but I was raised down there all my life. I love them to death. When anybody asks me where I'm from Miami. I just live up here in Tampa.
all right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're just on rent to Tampa.
I'm just on rent. My heart belongs to Miami. Every time I see it on a TV show, I get sentimental.
Well, I completely get that. I completely get that, man. But I agree with you. It's grown. Big word for you, by the way, exponentially. I just got to give you a hard time.
I know you do.
But yeah, it is. It's true. And like I said, that it felt weird for me to say it at the outset of this program tonight, for me to say, if all you're in it for is the social media part of it, if all you're in it for is to take pictures, find another club. Because
But BP, we got all different kind of brothers, bro. We got brothers who do it, brothers who fake it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's always gonna be that way. We got the ones that talk about it, and then we got the ones who do it.
Yeah.
And every chapter has their shit. And it's always gonna be that way. But the good outweighs the bad. So
it does. But it's just a shame. It's a shame when, and it is. You've seen it. You've seen it over the years within your chapter, and everybody has. You see the guys that are in it just kind of dipping their toe in the water. They're not.
Yep.
They don't jump in, and who knows what their specific reasoning is, but they just, and every once in a while, it's really cool to see if you have one of those guys that did that for so long and then finally just jumped in and went to a big meet and, went out of their comfort zone a little bit and went to one of these multi-chapter events and really found out what BV can be and how it can enhance their lives and what it can do for them. That's what's really cool. I love seeing that.
I seen your interview with Redbeard, bro, and you know, I'm one of the guys. I'm never shy. I talk to everybody. You know, I try to make everybody feel like they're part of the family because they are. We're all brothers and shit. Yo, if Redbeard's listening, I'm sorry I didn't take more time with you to say what's up and hug you and kiss you, but you know how it goes. It's crazy down there. You got to see all the guys you known before, and then you meet the new guys. There's not enough fucking days in the meet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But yo,
all right, Redbeard, if you're listening, next time out, Sook's gonna
go get them South PA patches. They glow in the dark.
Yeah. Tomorrow's last day for those. Tomorrow's last day.
Yep. Tomorrow's the last day, and go get them Chicago patches from 312 to 305. The patches and shirts, baby. So
I got one of them shirts.
Support you.
I got one of them shirts coming my way. I'm excited. Great way to rep two different clubs simultaneously right there.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, you know, it's always nice to hear from you, and you keep it 100% real. It's awesome.
I'm not just fucking. It wasn't what you expected. Like, there's some brothers online that talk so much shit, and then when you meet them in person, they're fucking quiet. I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Bring
yeah.
it out, bro. Bring it out. Come out. Just talk shit. You know, you gotta have tough skin in this brotherhood, bro.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
And next time I meet you, I'm buying a pizza and we're sharing a fucking slice with each other.
That's fine. That's fine. Anybody that was not familiar with the story, Sook seems to think that I didn't share pizza, but I was a little hungry one night and ate majority of one pizza and brought a second pizza down to share with everybody, but nobody touched it, and apparently Sook didn't even notice that I brought it down.
I didn't get any. I had to eat a Hot Pocket the first night there. At 3:00 in the morning, me and Maddie burn our tongues on the Hot Pocket.
That's dangerous. That's some dangerous food. That's dangerous.
You know what's
food.
up? A week ago, we were chilling at and branding, having a fucking good time. How time flies, bro.
Oh man, I know. Thank you for pointing that out. Now I'm sad.
Me too.
I didn't even recognize that. Yeah, it was a week ago.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. We had a good fucking time, bro. We had a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, little bit of Sunday. Then I came home. But yo, you can't make memories like that on IG, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You get to hug your brothers, meet brothers from all across the nation, Canada, South America. I wish Europeans make it over. I wish everybody could be there. You know what I'm saying? Because I love them all, bro. I might sound like a dick, and I'm hard, bro, but I love everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a hell of a teddy bear when it comes down to it.
My brothers come first, bro, no matter what.
Yeah. I'm the boys our boys over in England. I want to get over to start visiting some of them as soon as I can. So that's why I put out my my little fishing pole, my fishing line last episode, and said, you know, hey, if you guys over in the UK want to get together a crowdfunding GoFundMe page for BP to come over to England for later this year to go to Beardingham, I'm all about that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I ain't too proud. I ain't too proud to beg.
Maybe you get to meet the Northern England captain, Scott. I fuck with him because he's Scottish, and I just called Scotland Northern England.
Oh yeah, they don't like that.
No, I fuck with him all the time.
Well, yeah. So I don't think that's actually going to happen. But hey, if they want to bring BP over for the December months to come down and do some filming,
needs his own world tour, bro.
I do. I should make up concert T-shirts and just do a world tour.
Yep.
I just don't. I probably have to win the lottery first to be able to do it.
Me and you, if we hit the lottery, we're gonna go on a world tour.
I'm
Two
there.
fat man traveling.
That's
Two
right.
fat man on your adventures.
That's right. Wherever we go, somebody's got to bring us pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever your local pizza is. All right, man. Well, thanks so much for chiming in with me, and I'll be talking to you probably on the other resource here later tonight.
All right, brother. It was a pleasure talking to you as always. I love you. I love this brotherhood. Don't forget to wear your chapter shirts tomorrow for the 7th anniversary. I love y'all. Peace.
Peace out, buddy. Talk to you later. You gotta love that. Gotta love that. Yeah, support those who support you guys. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. And one way to look at that is, a lot of people will say, I don't have money to buy all these shirts and whatnot, but if you're gonna buy a good T-shirt, why not buy a good T-shirt from a chapter and do it once a month? You don't have to buy everything that everybody comes out with. Just pick and choose. Doesn't have to be every single month. But if you can do it once a month and find a chapter that's putting something out that you can grab, by all means, it's awesome to see. But let's see if we can. There was another brother that was trying to call in, and I know he wants to talk. So I'll give him a couple seconds here and see if he wants to give me a shout here. But yeah, this is what it's about, guys. It's the connections. It's not, you're missing out. I say I sound like a broken record, I know. But you're missing out if the IG part of it, if that is the only thing that you're involved in with BV. So let's see. We got somebody else calling in here. Let's bring him in now. Who could this possibly be?
Hey.
What's up, Radar? How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, bro?
7 years, man. 7 years we're talking.
Yeah, man. 7 years. Crazy. Yeah, I didn't get the message till I didn't get Mars's message till earlier, about a whole half hour later.
Yeah. This was kind of a last minute pivot here.
Yeah. Nah, it's cool, bro. It's cool.
So what's on your mind?
How long you streaming?
Just probably the next few minutes here.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two more calls after you.
Hey, I'm just chilling, man. Just wanted to try. I tried to catch you beforehand, but I was like, damn, Sookie, man. No.
Yeah, absolutely. What to you? I mean, you're one of the most traveled guys, not just in the States, but you've made a habit of, and you made a point of doing this, and that's something I really love.
Yeah.
You're everywhere as best you can possibly be. And
yeah, as I try to be. And believe me, we would have been down in Miami had it not popped up in the middle of plans we had already had. And we really, really wanted to go. It just wasn't happening. It didn't fall within our time frame because we'll actually be in. It's funny you were actually talking about the UK. We'll be in London next weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So maybe I can call you while I'm there and see who all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's what you need to do. While you're out there.
Yeah.
While you're out there, kind of be my PR guy. And tell them, hey, BP really badly wants to come out for Beardingham, but it's a little expensive right now. And
well, and it's funny. It's funny you say that because this was actually from a flight credit from the one meet we actually tried to go to overseas, which was Gothenburg, but it got canceled last April.
Right. Yeah.
But we haven't been able to go in so long, so we constantly had to just hold on to these flight credits. Or everything was just canceled. It was a pain in the ass, bro. They wouldn't give us the money back, but they're like, you can use it somewhere. But the problem is it's a Scandinavian airline, so we actually have to fly past London.
Oh my gosh!
and then come back to it.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like
we can
you
get a
can use
direct
your
flight.
you can use the money for your flights, but you still has to be within
Yeah,
this window, otherwise you lose it. And it's like, well,
yeah,
thanks for nothing
yep.
then.
And we're not even going for me. We're just going because I was trying to do this for Nikki's birthday in March of this year, but then it got canceled again. So we was like, let's just push it into the summer and we'll see what works. And now it's actually falling on my birthday. My birthday is August 31st, so it falls on my weekend.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, so we're gonna link up with some guys, but I mean, if there's a meet going and we can try to make it, we'll see what we can do. But everything just got so unorganized between all these bookings, so we're
sure.
just gonna wing it because we had to use these flight credits.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and there doesn't have to be a meetup. You can just there's guys all over the place out there, so you can just just send out sounds funny. Send out a radar that says, "Hey,
Yeah, right.
this
Well,
is
we do
radar's
yeah.
coming into country, and if you want to meet him,
Yeah.
this is when you
Well,
need to have a concert tour out there, so that you can just
yeah, right.
radar's going to be here on this day. He's going to be here on this day, and then
Yeah.
let everybody else have a chance to just try and meet up with you.
Right. Nah, man. I just show up, show love, and give back, man. That's all.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I get invited somewhere. If I can make it, we're there. Nikki can come, she's there. That's just who we are and what we do. It's kind of touching on, the whole 7 years. And I mean, I've been in 3, and I mean, for the people who have been in longer than me, I know they've seen change, because I sure have. But the one thing I've definitely been consistent on is showing up, showing love, and giving back. I mean, that's really it.
Yeah. You are a perfect example of that. And I mean, it probably just kind of I bet it really bothers you when you see guys doing like what I was talking about with Dave, that, it's just dipping the toe in the water a little bit, not really fully experiencing what BV's about. And then you see, then you see a guy like do what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everything's gonna have its ups and downs. You're gonna have your bad apples. You're gonna have, But to me, I just look at this as the overall picture. To me, is what I keep, in my mind, like what this is all about. The brotherhood. At the end of the day, I could literally be like, this is just a fucking beer club, which is true, but it's also a brotherhood. It's a fraternity, and on top of that, like, there's always someone out there ready to listen to you. There's always someone out there ready to help you. Hell, I'm one of them. I'm in my DMs all the time, helping as much as I can. I get phone calls all the damn time, and I'm ready. I try my best, and if I can't help you with something, I'll direct you to someone who can. And I think that's what's genuine about so many bros that are out there, that there are way more who do the same. Who like you said, some guys aren't really IG, they don't want to put all this shit out there, whatever, but they do a lot behind closed doors. I mean, hell, I'm one of them. I know plenty of them who do,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also like to bring awareness to things. I also like to show people that you can do this too. Like, a lot of these meets are a year out. A lot of these meets are many months out. You can really plan ahead if you really want to, like, it's like you say, you don't have to buy everything, but if you want to show up and show support, try not buying a bunch of things, and then use that money to go show up and show support and show love. You want to at least experience it. A lot of us hold positions of power, title, and rank who haven't been seen, and it's we would like to see y'all. We would like to see the average bro or the whatever. To me, at the end of the day, we're all the same.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're a great example of somebody who takes to heart the in person, being able to take heart of the in person aspect of the brotherhood, because you do something that I think is different from a lot of other people. When we talked about this a while back, is that you actually look at the calendar well in advance, and you see something out there, and you say, okay, these 4 things or these 3 things I'm going to try and make, or I'm going to make, and you work your life around that to that point so that you can, rather than guys be surprised, the Miami meet's only a month away. Oh, now I don't have enough time or money to save up for it. If you if you make it an effort to say, I'm going to focus on making this meet, or even if it's just one meet for the year.
Yeah,
you make one meet, because it's so easy to get bogged down in life and not plan. And then next thing you know, you haven't been in person to see any of the brothers outside of your own chapter in 2 years.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, I love this. I love being able to go to places that I haven't been. I love seeing familiar faces. I love being able to keep in contact with everyone. I'm definitely one to want to see you in person. I mean, hell, if you're within a few hours drive, I'll come see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in Maryland every month. Hell, we only didn't go this month because they canceled the meet. You know what I mean? And it's just like, but it's just because we schedule everything so far out and so far in advance. Like, especially with me, I have my kids now the school's back, 7 days on, 7 days off, 7 days on, 7 days off. You know, it's just like, I make sure to manage things around them. And I've even taken my kids to some of these meets. My kids love, you know, everybody's an uncle. Anybody that has a beard is an uncle to them. It's uncle this, uncle that. Oh, he has a beard. Is that my uncle? Yeah, that's your uncle too. Shit, why not? You know, but we do, you know, we show up wherever we can and we just plan. I mean, it takes a lot of planning. We have dogs that we have to leave here. You know, we have to get somebody that we know to check on the dogs, hit the house or whatever. But it's doable as long as you can plan it out in advance. I mean, hell, just be like, I want to make 4 meets this year. Do that. You know, 2 meets this year.
Yeah.
Do that. You know, not everything has to be expensive. I promise you. Like I said before, I forgot who I was talking. Like, I went to Colombia. That ticket itself was $340. It costs more to go to LA.
Yeah. Great example. Great example. It's easy.
And I paid for that earlier in the year, way earlier in the year. It was just like, if I can make it, I'll go. Bet I'll write this down. I'll schedule it out. And that's really it, you know, and everything out there was cheap because of the money conversion. So.
Right. Yeah. Don't just assume that because something's far off that it's going to be super expensive to be able to go to that. And you're going to be able to have brothers there that will assist you any way they possibly can. They would rather you show up and just come down and be a part of whatever they're being a part of and help you out rather than, you know, not having somebody there and say that it was a money issue that you couldn't make it or you know, so you didn't try.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I love, and like I said, like especially like some of the meets, like even Durango. You know, in Colombia, we got to feed the homeless. So it was damn near like 1 o'clock in the morning. We were out there in the middle of the streets in the area, you know, in Medellin, just feeding the homeless. You know, giving them masks and things like that. When we were in Durango, we gave, you know, clothes and toys to like a missionary's house for women, you know, abused women and children, you know, like I love doing those things where we're hands on. I love donating to any length possible, but I just love being hands on with something. You know, it really feels like you're doing something out there. Not saying that no one doesn't because they can't make it. I get that. But if I can make it and I can physically help, I promise you I will.
Yeah. At 100%, 100%. That couldn't be more true. I'm laughing because Puzzle had to make a comment here. It says Radar's passport has so many stamps you can't even see his name anymore.
I see. I'm just reading them too. It says his passport has stamps for days.
Yeah, stamps for days.
But true. I mean, bro, I'm just me. I'm just a regular ass bro. You know, here in the same brotherhood that everyone can literally do the exact same thing, man. It just takes proper planning and saving. You know, just save here and here.
Yep.
Make 1 meet, 2 meet, do something local. Shit. You know.
And if you've never been to one of these multi-chapter meets, you're missing out. You're missing out so much. And that alone, I think that will spearhead your efforts to want to go to more. If you just go to one, the first one, if you haven't been to one, get there. And you're going to see firsthand what it's about. And then you're going to want to go to so many more.
Yes, sir. When I first came in as a hopeful, I was told to reach out to every damn person you could, to talk to every brother you could, be it hopeful, be it captain, be it board member, be it whoever. You know, you never know, you might be in their backyard. And 3 years later, I've been from Canada to Belarus twice to Colombia, Mexico, Florida. I've been all over, and I'm always like, yo, I'm around. You know, even if it's for a few hours, even if it's for a beer or a cup of coffee, I would like to see whoever I'm around.
Yeah. I think you're a perfect example of how a guy can plan for, but also get so much out of BV because of planning.
Oh yeah.
So love you, man. It's so good.
Love you too, man.
I can't wait to.
I wish I could have called in earlier.
Oh, that's all right. It's all right. I can't wait to see you next time. And man, it's just, it's one of the, it's the craziest thing. You know, you're one of those guys. You just sit down and you just talk, and the next thing you know, hours just pass. And
man.
It's so fun. It's so fun. That's what this is all about. So
Sorry, I don't have the birds chirping in the background this time.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. It was kind of relaxing last time. Well,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Go ahead. I know you got to call Mikey. I'm reading the chat now, man. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. Mikey Joker Miles is I think trying to call.
All right. Well, you
All
take
right.
care. Be safe, and
Yeah. Give him hell. Well, he's gonna route. Don't worry. I'll
share
chat.
some stuff from us when you get over to England.
Most definitely. I'll call you when I get out there too.
All right. Sounds good, buddy.
All right. Yes,
All
sir.
right, safe travel. See you.
See
Bye. All right, Radar's coming in. It was Radar. Dude, if you don't know his travel schedule, it's crazy. It's crazy. He goes everywhere, but it's not without planning. It's not without planning. I mean, he makes an effort to say, I want to go to these places, and it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see him when he travels all over the world. He's everywhere. So. It's something for us to really enjoy his travels. It's like watching Sudi travel all over the world. It's so cool to see. We got another caller, probably gonna be our last of the day. Who is this? Is this Mr. Joker?
Sure.
Mr. Joker's in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Good, and you? How you doing, BP?
Oh, buddy, I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm still. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm still on a high from last week.
No doubt. So am I. No doubt.
That
meeting? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was going to ask you probably what you were about to say.
That meet, it was that weekend, I basically took in a new phrase. I consider it I called it completing the circle. You start BV, you start your journey, you get to start meeting brothers, start talking with them on IG until you hit a meet and you can extend your hand, give them a handshake, give them a hug. It completes the circle.
Yeah. What was that?
It's just amazing.
What was that? I mean, can you even, I don't know if you can describe what that was like for you to finally be able to break bread, to be able to share a drink and shake a hand, give a hug to guys that you've known for a while, but not in person, and to finally be able to be there with them and hang out and just chill with them and just talk with them.
I'm going to give an example with you. When I found you in the lobby,
Yeah.
I step out of the elevator and I see you and I'm like, is that BP? Is that him? I felt like I was fanboying for a moment, right? Because I was like, finally getting to meet you after so long. You're listening to your podcast and, sometimes sharing, and just finally getting to complete the circle with you. It was just, there's no words to basically explain it. With Parsons, Baby Glock, McCracken, it was just amazing. It's like, there's basically no way to express how it feels.
Yeah. It's same way with me. It wasn't, it was one of those, like, it's about time. It's about damn time I finally get to meet Joker, and it's because we've had conversations, and we've,
exactly.
but like you said, that's a great way to put it, full circle. When you're able to close that circle and to actually solidify what you've already had and to make it that much more real and, just solidify those brotherhood bonds. It's an amazing thing.
Exactly. And then that basically it's what brotherhood is. That's what BV is. It's brotherhood. Walking around and just taking in the environment and just feeding off of the vibe that was in the lobby, the vibe that was close to the pool, the vibe at the meet. It was just, at the lagoon, it was like, I didn't want the weekend to end. I didn't want to come back home.
Yeah. Oh, Puzzle just jabbing at us. Did he have the pizza? No.
No. But let's do this. Souk, next time we meet up, let's do this. What you doing next Sunday?
Next Sunday? I have to look at my calendar. I'm not sure.
The 28th, is it 29th?
I think I'll be in next Sunday. I'll be in Chicago.
Well, let's do this. I got the first round because I'll be in Chicago.
Well, there you go. There you go. Love to hear that. I thought we talked about that. Now that you say that, I was remembering. That's right. I remember you saying you're going to be in Chicago. That's perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll take a picture with some pizza or something like that for puzzle so we can do it. and
Exactly.
we'll make sure we take one for Suk too, so he knows that I'm sharing.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's what it is. I shake my hands in frustration for the people that just don't understand. They don't give themselves a chance to see what this brotherhood can really be about. And anytime we have a meet like that, when you have so many people from all over the place, puzzle.
I had a brother that I can't remember what chapter he was from. I was in awe. He was just so amazed, like telling me how he's been following me, and I was through some of my posts and some of my stories that he said some of my stories and posts were talking to him and helped him out with some situations that he was going through. And I'm like, obviously not intentional, I don't know what situations brothers are going through, but if my post can help any of my brothers have a better day, I'm going to do everything I can for that, because that's what they are. They're my brothers, and I'll always be my brother's keeper. I always watch out for them, even if it's a distance situation. I'm as far as a phone call or a text. If any brother needs to get a hold of me for any reason, I'm there for them. Meets. Hopefully next year, everything goes straight with Chicago. It's another meet that brothers that I couldn't have, spend time with in Miami. Hopefully they'll go to Chicago, and then we can then spend time there.
Yeah.
But it's looking for the tomorrow where we can enjoy time and once again complete the circle.
Yeah, absolutely. If guys are just willing to open up and be able to share and be honest with themselves and be honest with other people, you can change lives, and without even knowing it. And sometimes by opening yourself up and sharing a story, sharing a thought, sharing something that's going on in your life, sharing some example of how you've grown in a situation, by doing those kinds of things, you can help other people out. Like you said, people will reach out to you and say, I needed to hear that today. I needed to hear that. And you do it without even knowing it, but you have to be willing to open yourself up to it. So
exactly. I mean, I have to be like considered the big brother. Let's be the big brother to each other.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Well, buddy, I'm excited. Next week I get to hang out with you again. So I'm not exactly sure if my family's coming with me or if it's just going to be me, but I know we got a bunch of guys. We do have a bunch of guys, I think, from my chapter that are hopefully going to be coming up as well, that may not have been to a multi-chapter thing of any kind yet. So it'll be good for them.
It's going to be amazing. We'll have a fun time.
Yep. All right, buddy. Well, thanks so much for calling in, and it sounds fun to say. I'll see you next week.
No doubt. Take care, VP. Love you.
All right, love you.
Much love and respect.
All right, bye. All right, guys. So, man, we've heard the stories, we've heard the examples. Take advantage of what this brotherhood can offer. Take advantage of what this brotherhood has to offer, and recognize that it's so much more than what it looks like on the outset. Yes. All right, guys. We have a calendar of events. While I look at this, I do want to go back up because I think somebody, possibly Nicole, shared some dates here in chat. So let's see what we got here. London. Oh, good grief. That's a lot of travel, girl. London, August 29th through September 7th. ECM, September 24th to the 27th. Salem, Massachusetts, October 15th to 17th. Alabama, October 28th to November 2nd. Myrtle Beach, November 3rd to November 8th. Puerto Rico, December 1st to the 8th. Vegas, January 18th to the 25th. And Mexico, next April to the 14th to the end. That's so much travel. I love it. I love seeing that. Hey, if you can make it work, do it. If you can make it work, do it. All right, guys. So our calendar of events hasn't changed much in the last couple days. I'm going to speed through these real quick here. But if you have any questions, hit me up. If I'm missing something of yours, definitely hit me up and let me know about it. So coming up, let's see. Well, let's see. We mentioned Chicago's having a end of summer barbecue next weekend on Sunday. If you want to come to that and you want to come in near Chicago, hit up the guys in the BVC. They'll give you the details and location. I don't happen to have that handy right now. But that would be the end of August. Then we slide into September. September 10th through the 12th is the Four Corners Meet, hosted by the Phoenix, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah Bearded Villains. It's in Cortez, Colorado. Remember, that's the event that is for brothers only. September 10th through the 12th, Four Corners Meet. Then September 24th to the 26th is the East Coast Meet. The September 24th to the 26th, the East Coast Meet, hosted by the Bearded Villains of West Virginia. They've just recently released the details about that. There's going to be a beard competition, auction stuff. There's all sorts of good stuff coming on that one. Parkersburg, West Virginia is where it's at. September 24th to the 26th for the East Coast Meet. Then we slide into October 8th and 9th. October 8th and 9th, the Missouri Valley Chapter, tongue twister for me, the Missouri Valley Chapter has a beard competition. It's benefiting Friends of Kids with Cancer. Friends of Kids with Cancer. Friday is a meet and greet. There's a silent auction, 50-50 raffle, beard competition on Saturday. It's going to be a good one. October 8th and 9th, Bearded Villains Missouri Valley Chapter. Hit them up. Get there. Be there for it. Then October 15th to 16th is the Florida Summit. I have it at Pensacola Beach. I don't know if that's changed or what the deal is, but they're keeping everything secret, kind of hush-hush. I don't know if they just want to limit the number of people, if they're kind of snobby down there with the Florida Summit. They don't want to share details or what's going on, but I don't know. If you can find out for me, I'd love to hear. October 15th and 16th, the Florida Summit. Then, October 23rd. Don't forget, everybody mark this on your calendars. It's our first one. And since it's my podcast, I can spend a little bit of time extra talking about this one. I can spend a little bit more time talking about this one. October 23rd. October 23rd, here in Northern Indiana. It is our new chapter. Well, we've been almost a year now. But our first beard competition. Come support, help make it a big one for us. We're calling it Ezra Crow's Halloween Havoc. Ezra Crow's Halloween Havoc, hosted by the Bearded Villains of Northern Indiana. It benefits the Ronald McDonald Houses of Northern Indiana. There's two of them, so we're splitting the proceeds between two of them. There's going to be a beard competition and a costume contest, auction items, all sorts of good stuff. Hey, what's wrong? You got a costume contest and beard competition. We got some plans for some really cool trophies. So, come. It's in Valparaiso, Indiana. Pretty easy drive or a flight from wherever you want to go. We're gonna have hotels set up for anybody that wants to stay for the weekend. We're working on something for the Friday night as well. October 23rd, Ezra Crow's Halloween Havoc, Bearded Villains, Northern Indiana. Be there. And if you don't get enough from that weekend, dressing up in your stuff and doing the costume contest and the beard competition, Downtown Halloween Bash, hosted by the Rocket City Bearded Villains. They're gonna do it up. They got their own Halloween scented event. I don't even know what a Halloween scented event would be, but it just sounded right when I said it. Downtown Halloween Bash, Rocket City Bearded Villains, October 30th. I did forget one of the brand new ones that's just come across the board. I didn't forget, but I didn't have it listed on this one sheet I had. September 4th. It just came across the board. Bearded Villains Kentucky is going to be having a event to raise some money for, I'm going to get this wrong. I better check it back out again. I want to make sure that I give it due. Okay, so it's an event to raise money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. And as you can well know, diabetes is a big concern, but obviously a juvenile diabetes. So this event that they have, it's only 2 weeks out. It's if you can reschedule or do something to make sure you get there to help them out. They had a lot of issues, as I understand it, making sure the venue was willing to work with them, and they just now finally finalized stuff. So only 2 weeks notice, but that's still enough time to make it work, guys. So get there, support our Kentucky bros, Bearded Villains Kentucky, with their JDRF event to raise money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. That's September 4th. All right. So we got to the end of October with the two events about Halloween. So then we roll into November. In November, we've got two events on the same weekend, depending on where you're at. November 12th through the 14th is Battle of the Beards. Battle of the Beards 2021, hosted by the Bearded Villains of Southern Indiana. Battle of the Beards. It's been a great event, raised lots and lots of money for veterans charities. So November 12th through the 14th, that's when that is for Battle of the Beards, hosted by the Bearded Villains of Southern Indiana. Also that same weekend, if you're closer to Virginia, or you just want to get over to Virginia, Beards Away is taking place November 13th. Beards Away, hosted by the Virginia Bearded Villains. It's their 6th anniversary in beard competition at Bunker Brew Pub. They had some really cool trophies, if I recall, a couple years ago for that. So they're going back to where it all started, I guess, at Bunker Brew Pub, November 13th for Beards Away, hosted by the Virginia Bearded Villains. Also, November 26th to the 28th. November 26th to the 28th is the Cajun Beard Bash. The Cajun Beard Bash, which is Louisiana's largest beard competition. Louisiana's largest beard competition. They got vendors, prizes, door prizes, food, music, all sorts of stuff for the Cajun Beard Bash, hosted by our brothers, the Louisiana Bearded Villains. That's what I've got so far. Now, I will say, Beardingham, I do know, is the first weekend in December. If you're over in the UK, you want to go to that. I believe Central England is your hosts for that. I don't have any other details other than I remember it's at Scruffy Murphy's, but I don't have any other details. But that's, I believe, the weekend of the 3rd through the 5th of December. So if you're able to go to that, which I would love to, hint, hint, I'm not afraid to beg. Yeah, that's when that is, guys. So that's the calendar of events for episode 97, guys. If there's something I did miss, please let me know, and I will make sure I get it on the calendar for 98 for sure. All right, so what do we do next? Oh, this. We slide away. Guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on a Friday night. We've only got a couple more Friday nights before we move to Thursday night after episode 100, so mark those calendars for that. But this is going to wrap up episode 97 of The Heart of a Villain. Remember, you can still buy those shirts, patches, pins, and all the good stuff at theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. Theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. It's where you're going to find all previous 96 episodes of the podcast as well. Guys, I need to challenge you to be the villain that the world needs you to be. Everybody's different. Be the villain that the world needs when they need you. Because the heart of a villain never stops beating. Guys, the most important words I say every week, it's okay not to be okay. If you are hurting, please find a brother to talk to. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. So guys, have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy the week ahead. Let's pray again for Havoc's and family, his brothers, and his loss. They're going through a hard time right now. Well, let's remember the good times with them, those of you who had them. That's it, guys. I'll see you next week for 98. Take care. Stay safe.